Hello, I'm Stephanie Brown from Brown's Custom Creations, where I create custom designs with you in mind. And today I am going to be making a fall wreath, and I thought I would just jump on Facebook and show you how I do it. So as you come on, if you would please say hello and leave where you're from and how you heard about Brown's Custom Creations, I would greatly appreciate it. But this is just a work in progress while I'm making it. I thought I would come on and show you the process, okay? So get you a cup of coffee or a cold drink and sit back and you can watch as I go along, okay? So I wanted to tell you about the supplies that I'm using today. I'm using a pine wreath form, one of those Christmas wreaths, and a sign. This is a fall sign that says give thanks. And most of these things I got from Hobby Lobby, okay? And I got them this year, most of them, this year on the 40% off sale. So I have the wooden sign, the base. I have some mix of florals, artificial grasses, okay? And these are eucalyptus, silver dollar. This is a willow eucalyptus, I believe, and then just some little grasses that I'm using. Also, I'm going to be using pumpkin picks. These are great because they already have the florals attached. And then I've already cut up a chrysanthemum bush, okay? And it had a lot of different little flowers and pods, little wheat thingies on there. So it's a great find, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by building the base. Oh, also, you need a glue gun or a glue pot, something to adhere your stems to the wreath, of course. All right, so I've already started. I've fluffed out my wreath base because when you get it, it will be flat. So you need to, kind of puff it out so everything is fluffed out. I've already attached the sign with some chenille stems, and I've already made this little simple bow and attached it. And we may add another bow in a little bit. But right now I'm going to go ahead and turn on my glue gun. And thanks for joining me. I see a few people on there. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, Rhonda. Hey, girl. I'm doing a lot. All right, so I have my glue pot warmed up, and I'm going to start with this little grass here, and I'm going to fill out the base. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a little glue, and I'm going to push that in, making sure that it adheres to the greenery. Okay, and you want all your items to flow in one direction. So I'm just gluing and putting it in. For some reason, I need to cover my glue pot. It's not as hot as I thought it was. Okay, I'm going to find my next spot and glue that in. And I'm doing the outer portion of the wreath right now. Okay, just filling in the outer first. Just building the base, trying to cover up that evergreen. And I'm moving my wreaths around. Oh, thank you, girl. I'm like, if anybody can do it, if everybody else can do it, I can do it too. Thank you, Rhonda. You're so sweet. I need to come visit your shop. All righty. So we're going to put that there. And push that in. Make sure it's adhering. And you may need to fluff your greenery back out. And I'm trying to get this evenly spaced. Okay, so all of my pieces can be evenly spaced in there. All right. come on the other side here, if I can get it together. Make sure that's sticking. Rhonda, do you have any good greenery bases? Not those that Hobby Lobby sell. I need some real good ones. Alrighty. Two more pieces of this, I think. Gonna fill in right in here. Not yet. Okay. All right. Well, let me know when you got some in, because I need some of those. Remember, we're going in the same direction. Okay, so we want it to flow in the same direction. All right, that's all of that grass there. So I am going to, hey, Kathy. I have some Wreath sisters on here. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Thank you for the love. I'm going to put some of this willow eucalyptus in between this other grass that I just put in. If I don't see your comment, that's because my back is turned, guys. I'm not ignoring you. Oh, piece fell off. Let's see. We'll get that on there. How are you ladies doing today? Yes, spread the love. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. This is most definitely taking me out of my comfort zone, but you know, I've been in my comfort zone way too long, so it's time to do something else. So yes, thank you for spreading the love. Can y'all see that? Yep. I'm just still going around with this willow eucalyptus. Okay, you can hear me. Good job. I almost burned myself that time. I need to be careful. My husband bought me some gloves to wear so I would stop burning myself. Well, that doesn't work. I'll put them on and use them for a little bit and then they're off again. All right, so we're done with that part. Just checking, making sure that's in there good. Oh, that one feels a little loose. Wrap that around. There we go. So I can have time to adhere. All right, we're good with that. Okay, so I think I'm going to place the sprays in first to get my placement. Let's see, I'm doing good. About to go on a date night. Ooh, where are you going? Oh, all right now. First, I'm watching from Missouri. Thanks, Rhonda. All right, Rhonda, thank you. My girl got some clout. She's sending people all the way from Missouri. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, I'm just getting a placement of where I may want this. So I'm not gluing it in yet, just looking. Let's see, I think that may be good. What do you think, Rhonda? I'm getting some expert advice over here. Okay, I'm gonna go with this placement. I'm gonna cut this down just a little bit. And put some glue. I tried to kind of prep my workspace before I started so you wouldn't have to sit through the cutting and all that kind of stuff. But some of these things I didn't clip down, like the picks. It's good if I take the price tag off of these. Let me get a pair of scissors here. Glad I noticed that. By the way, these are $3.99 with 40% off at Hobby Lobby. They just got a freebie. All right, let me see. I'm sure I didn't take it off of this one either. Oh, maybe I did. I don't see it. Okay, let's see. My other one. Make sure I take it off of that one. See, I still had it. Maybe I just took the one off and I forgot to take the other ones off. I don't know. I'm glad Hobby Lobby put their fall on sale so we can start going to pick things up if we didn't already have it in our stash. Because who wants to pay full price? Not me. Ow. I should use those gloves. My goodness. So I try to make a triangle, and you'll see most crafters, they make triangles to make the design flow well. And if it's not a triangle, they'll make like a star with 5, but it's generally you're using odd numbers to create. It just looks better than using even numbers. Sometimes you have to put in an even number just because maybe you had one extra or something. But generally, it's just a triangle. Okay. That placement looks good. I'm trying to see it on the camera to see what y'all see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put in my mom's next. Let's see here. And there are 2 different colors. They were on the same bush, but one is like this peachy. They look like almost like they're dried, like the peachy color. And this one is more of a mauve color. I don't know. They look pretty together. All right, let me see which way I'm going to start. What's up in there? Just checking it out, guys. Trying to see what I want next to the pumpkin. I guess it really doesn't matter. It's just going to be next to a pumpkin regardless. Okay. So I'm going to make another triangle. I'm going to get 3 of the same colors again, and I'm going to make a triangle again. Okay. And I think I'm going to kind of, sorry, our eyes are just lopsided here. I'm going to fill in these holes first. I'm going to fill in there. Here. And one over here. Okay, let me make sure that's where I want it. Hold on just a second. Almost. Maybe. Where's my last one? I almost want to do, let me see what another bow looks like. I almost want to do another bow. So let's see. Let me just do a quick little bow. I have one bow that I got some time ago from Sam's, another ribbon I got from Sam's a couple of years back. And this ribbon I got from Hobby Lobby. And we're just going to make a quick little 3 3 loops of each. And we're going to see what that is. Are y'all having good times on there? Oh, you do all the, okay. Y'all must be having another conversation on there. Go ahead, conversate. Just keep watching. All right. I'm a measurer, you all. So I'm measuring out my loops. So I just measured 11. So this is like a 5.5 because I want the bow, I think, a little bit smaller than this one. Oops. All right, one more loop. Guys, bows are really not hard. That you just have to practice. I tell you, I bought all the gadgets, and I use them. I do. I use the Bow Dabra, the Pro Bow to Hand, the what's this thing? I don't even know. The Easy Bow Maker. I think it's about 2 I may not have bought, but I'm like, okay, that's enough. I've spent enough money on bow making. I have 2 hands. And I say, thank you, Lord, for my 2 hands. All right. So I just made 3 loops. And I gathered this at the same time. The 2 bows, the 2 ribbons at the same time. And now I'm going to twist. I'm sorry. You know what? I am so sorry. This is my first live doing this. I am so sorry. You are so right. I have to do it again. So hold on just a minute. I'm just going to cut this, and then I'm going to see. That's why I need you on my live, so you can tell me what I'm not doing, what you're not seeing. Thank you so much. Glad I looked up to see the comment. All right. Here is the bow. Okay. But I'm going to show you in just a second. Let me just stick it up there first before I show you. I just want to see if I'm thinking right, because I think I want a bow. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for a minute. Y'all tell me, what do you think? The second bow or no? Think about it for a minute, okay? And let me get my table, my things out of the way so I can show Miss Rhonda how I was making this bow. Let me move some of this stuff over. I have glue droppings all over my board. All right, y'all, leave it like the bow. You like the bow? Okay, good. I do too. Yeah, I do too. Okay, I'm gonna turn my phone down. I don't have all the fancy gadgets, guys. Okay, that's been one of my things. I'm like, okay, I don't have the fancy gadgets, and I want to do a Facebook Live, but I can't let that stop me. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna move my phone down so you can see. Okay, and I'm gonna also put this up on my computer so I can see what you're saying, so I can make sure it's in the that it's in focus. So bear with me as I move down. And hold on, I hope my phone don't drop off. That's gonna be embarrassing, but that's okay. Hold on, ladies. All right, excuse all the the mess there. You know, I got glue drippings on my mat. I usually, I'm more careful usually. Okay, so what I have is I took my two 1.5 inch. I guess my computer is slower. Okay, here I am. Okay, so I took my 1.5 inch ribbons, and what I did is I created a tail. So however long you want your tail, you measure. So for the bow that I did at the top, I only had like a 9 inch tail, something like that. So for the purpose of my board is messy right now, we're just going to start at the 10 and then measure out to 9, and then I gathered it in my hands. I just pinched it together, and maybe I should put my holder on this side. Okay, and then what I did is I went 11 inches out because I was making like a 5.5 inch loop, and I gathered it. And I may do it differently than other people. I just do what works for me. I'm like, you know, I kind of got tired of trying to do it like everybody else, and you just have to do what works for you. Like right now, this ribbon isn't working for me because I have it on backwards, but that's okay. We'll just make it work. Okay, and I did it again while I'm still holding it in my hand. So from 19 to 30, that's 11 inches. And see, I didn't twist or anything. I'm going over, and then when I get to the other side, I'm going under. Okay, so I didn't twist it. All of that, you know, I do that sometimes, but I don't always do that. Okay, and straighten that back out, and I went to 19 again and gathered it and just put it right in my hands. And the end I did twist, and that's all I did. And I just pushed it together, you know, like that, and straightened out my loops because I just twisted it and tied it off. And that's just a simple bow. For a simple bow, I mean, if if the ribbon is the same on both sides, that's all you really have to do. Sometimes we overcomplicate things. So, don't overcomplicate it. And I spread it out, you know, try not to have the same colors together, and spread it out like you want. And I'll use this or something. I'm sure I'll have another wreath with these colors in it. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that off. And I'm going to cut it at an angle. Okay. And when you get it on your wreath or swag or whatever, it'll look just fine. It really will. And that's what I did. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to raise you back up. Okay. All righty. Thank you, Tamara. All right, there we go. Oh, I have 12 people, 10 people, but that's okay. All right, y'all keep scrolling and watching and sharing and liking and loving. Love it. Okay, so that's where we are now. I tied in the bow. The second bow, I'm going to go ahead and twist it in. I kind of did a temporary twist, but I'm going to go ahead and twist that in because I like it there. Okay, and so now I'm going to put these flowers in. Okay, remember we were just doing the placement a while ago. I'm going to go ahead and put these flowers in. And so these are steel picks, guys. Okay, if you don't have steel picks, it's okay. You can use the green floral picks that you buy with the wire, and then you tape it. You do the floral tape, Make sure you do the floral tape because that's what makes it really hold. My husband got me this steel picks machine last year for my birthday, and I was so thankful. I kind of, was like, honey, they only have one. They only have one at Hobby Lobby. I need it now for my birthday. And he was like, oh, okay. And then I went like every day I go, right? Not really, but it seems like it. The next time I went, which wasn't long after, they had another one. I said, oh, I guess they only put out one at a time. How funny. Okay. My glue pot is not heating up that well. So I'm going to use this glue gun. I need to put something on my mat because I don't like dripping on my mat. At least it's not my new one. It's my old one. So, but they cost a lot of money. They're not cheap. Let me get something I can feel that did not go all the way. So if you have a floral, I didn't cut this short enough. That was the problem. And your floral goes through the back, you need to go ahead and twist it up and around your wreath so it will hold or it will fall out. I'm really liking that color. I was in the store going, I said, I think I can throw some orange in there, and that burnt orange, and I think it'll be all right. And it is. It's coming along. I like it. What do you all think? You like the colors? I think I'm going to cut this one shorter because that other one was way too long. Rhonda, you bringing your people over? Thank you, girl. It's so good to have wreathing sisters. I tell you, my goodness. Let's see, did I go the wrong way? No, I'm going the right way. Okay. I kind of forgot just for a second. All right. We're like halfway, I think. Halfway done. Just clipping these flowers down because I had them too long and they were shooting out the back, and I don't want them coming out the back. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, and one more. On the other side of this bow. One more on the other side. Let's see. Hey, Ashley. How's it going? All right, now I'm gonna fill in with some of this silver dollar eucalyptus. Okay. And I thought I had enough stuff to cover up this green. I guess it didn't. So we're gonna work it until we get it like we like it. Now I'm just kind of going in between. Sorry for stepping in front of the camera there. Let's see, another piece. Okay. So Miss Rhonda, did you ever say where you and your husband are going on your date? I may have missed it. Oh, hi, Daryl from Long Island. Thanks for joining me. This is your first time watching? This is my first real live. I've never done a live, and while I was working, while I was doing my wreath. So thanks for joining me. Share the love. All right. I'm just adding. Thank you. Thank you. I'm like, it's kind of like anything else. It's never a convenient time or when you really, really want to do it. I'm like, I'm never going to get over the fear of it if I don't do it. So let me just go ahead, jump in, and just do it. If I mess up, so what? We're human. Life goes on. That's part of the process. That's what I would tell my kids at school. And I'm like, I'm scared to do this. And I tell them to do things all the time. So I'm like, come on now. I'm telling them something and I'm not even willing to do it. I'm like, that's not right. Okay, let's see here. I got a little spot right here. It doesn't have that piece. Let me clip those. That's going to drive me crazy because I didn't cut them. My little impromptu bow. Okay, I got that. Is everybody ready for the weekend? Was it a long week for you? A short week? A good week? How's it going? Oh, thank you, Daryl. I appreciate that. Okay. All right, I have some other greenery. So I'm done for now. I'm going to say done for now with the eucalyptus. We may have to add some more and maybe. Okay, but I'm going to move on to a different type of greenery. This is something I've had a while. I don't even remember where I got it, but it was like some kind of little grass or fern or something. So we're going to add that in. cover up some of this, some of the pine. Whoops. Let's try that again. Ouch. Okay. I appreciate all of you joining me and your support, and you asking your friends to join. I appreciate that so much. So that's kind of starting to hide the grapevine, and that's what we want. That one. Let's see here. Oops. Make sure it gets caught on here. There we go. All right. Let's see, we got that green over there. Okay. Let's see. Put that right there. So, if any of you are like me and have been doing wreaths forever and have been scared to do it live, just do it. Just do it. Because it's not going to get any, it's not, the fear of it, the first time thing is not going to go away. Just trust me and just do it. I'm glad I did it. Yep, glad I'm on here. Glad I'm doing it. Glad I have you all support and everything. So thankful. Okay, so now let me be a little bit more strategic about this next one. I have these are the greenery leaves that came off of the chrysanthemums. So I'm going to fill in with these, in places. Okay, and that's going to hide some more of that greenery. You can, see, and I'll have to play around with that. When I cut these, when I cut the stems of the mums, I cut them off, and then it was a whole long stem left. And what I did is I curled the stem. Can you all see that? I curled that little stem right there so this wouldn't come off. Okay, so it's not going to come off. You don't have to do that. That's just what I do. Because you could just probably stick it in there. But, All right. Okay, so I dripped a little of that glue on my sign, and when it dries, I will just get it up. It'll be easier to just get it up after it dries. And if I'm missing your comments, guys, I am so sorry. This is my first time, and I'm not used to, reading comments and working. And so if you have a question or anything like that, and I didn't answer you, and if, another wreath maker, please feel free, or another person, please feel free to fill them in. And if not, I will come back after the live and I'll answer anything, any questions that you may have if you left a comment. We've had cooler temperatures here in Texas for the last couple of days, and I am so glad. It had been hot, very hot. Just filling in any spots that I see. It's good to fill in on the sides as well. Okay, because people see the side of your wreath, and you want it to be pretty. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, because you do them all the time, Rhonda. I mean, I'm not glad that you get nervous, but I'm glad I'm not weird, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel better. Yeah, that's just part of it. And it's like, for 18 years, I've been talking to little kids at school. And it's like, how can you be nervous? And that's what you do. It's different. But I'm glad I did it. Once again, I'm glad I did it. Okay, that's looking pretty good. All right, what y'all think so far? Give me some hearts or something if you like it. What you think? I need to move it a little bit, maybe. And move this up. Okay. Oh, thanks. Hey, Miss Thelma. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And that means I'm going in the right direction. All right. Let me put some more glue in the glue gun here and let it warm up. Get some of these strings off. All right, I have a few more things to add and we're almost done. Hopefully I haven't, been too long. I tried to have most of the things prepped so it could go a little faster. Oops, I think I did it again. All right, so this is a different granary here. And this is a plastic one. The plastic greenery, oh my goodness, they are just so wonderful. They are not like the plastic that my mom had like in the 80s, you know, or the 90s. These are awesome. Hopefully you can see that texture that all of the different greeneries are adding, you know, and you can see that it's covering up that pine base. And that's what we're going for. We're looking for texture and covering up the pine. It doesn't have to be all the way covered up, but, you know, not so exposed. I have a shadow on my phone, so I have to keep going up to it to read what it says. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Darren. Trying to make sure it has something in there to grip. So for those of you that are joining, if you're not a wreath maker and you're interested in buying instead of making your own, I have an Etsy shop, and it's Brown's Custom Creations. Well, it's Brown's Custom Creations because you can only use so many characters, so it doesn't have an S. But yeah, feel free to go over and check things out, or this will be listed, you know, soon, probably by the end of the evening. Or, you know, even if you are a wreath maker, go over there and like my page. I need some more people to like my page. And if you leave a comment of your wreath, if you have an Etsy shop, leave your name and I'll make sure I like yours. I favorite yours as well. Okay, we can do that for one another and spread the love. Okay, I had one more of these eucalyptus. Let me see where I missed my little eucalyptus. I'll put it right there. It doesn't have one right there. We're getting close, guys. How long have I been on? Does anybody know? I didn't think to look at the time to see what time I started. Thank you, Rhonda. Let's see here. I have a few more little goodies. Let me see if I'm gonna. Oh yeah, I like that. I need to get some more of this. It only came with 3 of these on that bush, but that is cute. I like that. Let's see. Do y'all like the little wheat, little sprigs right there? I think it adds a little extra. I just need more of them. Just a few. Oh, thank you, Veronica. Okay, I'm gonna put that there. Here, let's see here. Let me see if I'm gonna put these in here. I don't know. I know that came with it, but I don't know. Let's see, maybe. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm gonna glue those in. Woo, that's hot. Wow. That's why I should be wearing those gloves that my husband bought me. Every time I burn myself, I say that. You see that I'm not putting them on though. Okay, we're gonna be careful now. That was hot. Hot, hot, hot. I love pods. I love these little pods. Okay. That was that. Is that one in there? Yep, got that one in. Two more. Oops. Okay. All right, my table is just about empty. So I have, let's see here. Let's see. I think I'm going to add these little bitty 8 pine cones here. I pulled those off of a swag I had from last year that came with it on there. Okay. Thank you, Billy. Just hide those little pine cones in there, just that little extra. And then I have one more. All right, so I think that's it for now. I think I'm just gonna look at it for a while and see if I'm pleased with it. You guys say it looks great, so that gives me joy, you know, to know that somebody else likes it other than myself. But this will be listed in my Etsy shop unless I, you know, put a couple of other little things in it. If I do, that means I'm not listing it tonight. But if I list it tonight in my Etsy shop, that means I'm done. But I just want to say thank you again for tuning in, and thank you for all the people that shared and got your friends to come over and check out my Facebook Live. It wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be. I've talked to myself for a year and said, oh my goodness, it's so scary. It's so this, it's so that. And it was none of that. It was actually really fun to have some friends come on and share the experience with me. So once again, thank you. And I look forward to doing this again soon. And, you know, and please tune in again. Thank you a lot. Have a great day. Bye-bye.